Welcome to Have a Listen, the podcast.
Montreal Canadiens select from the U.S. National Development Program, Cole Caulfield.
Welcome to the show. It's your boy Lewis.
And it's your boy Gibby.
And it's your boy Vinny.
Hey. What you doing there, Gibby? What do you got? Show us, baby. Show us. So listen, we were all supposed to have pizza tonight. Gibby held the fort. Unfortunately, same kind of thing happened to me. I had such a busy ass day, and I had some chicken wings that I was supposed to make yesterday that I had to make today. So, you know.
Yeah, I had chicken too.
Yeah, chicken. And yeah, couldn't order a pizza, but Gibby's holding it down. How does that pizza taste, Gibby?
Like victory, boys.
Oh yeah.
Tastes like victory.
Yes. Oh yes.
I got a stuffed crust pizza pepperoni.
Winner, Gagnon.
Boys, who is this team?
Dude,
Who is this team?
I'm confused. I'm really confused, man. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't. I feel like we're in like a time warp, and we just like we're seeing some weird ass shit going on.
This team. Yeah, really.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't expect a sweep. I didn't. But wow, they couldn't handle us, man. They just couldn't. We were too much for those Jets, man.
We're not even 5 minutes into this podcast, and market manager Mike is already freaking me out. Like, don't mention the year 1993, please. All right, please, market manager Mike.
Vinny, check your mic again, brother.
But no. But listen, I know no one wants to hear that. Okay, no one wants to hear the comparisons to 1993, but there are a lot of similarities, you know, especially with the overtime wins, the great goalie in net, the team probably that wasn't supposed to win it coming out. Yes, but I know us as Habs fans, especially me, I know I'm like you, Vinny. I'm really superstitious. I don't want to hear that shit. You know, I don't want you to point that shit out yet. You know, if we win the cup, sure, let's compare all we want. But right now, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we'd be pulling like Leaf fans, basically, just premature ejaculation, right?
Yeah.
I just don't want to. I don't want to talk about it. I just, you know, my dad texted me 1993, and I told him to frig off. Like I don't want to talk about it, right? Yes, there are some comparisons, but at the end of the day, I'd rather not talk about it. That's it.
Yeah. It's crazy how and this is just the Montreal Canadiens. It's crazy how shit just turns. This team is so fucked up. It's so hard being a Montreal Canadiens podcaster. You know, like it's very easy to contradict yourself being a Montreal Canadiens podcaster because sometimes you're ready to give up on this fucking team, and then all of a sudden, boom. Something, you know, a run like this happens in front of your eyes. You're ready to give up on players like Kotkaniemi, or not give up, or just say, man, what's going on? Why is he struggling? And then, you know, he has a performance like this. Carey Price. Carey Price is number one in all of this. just wow. That guy, man. Carey Price of old. And I've said this many times on this podcast. Carey Price has had good playoff performances. He's always showed up in the playoffs. That's one thing he's done. The only time Carey Price has ever struggled was during stretches during the season, which is normal. A lot of goalies do. A lot of starting goalies do. No goalie is perfect. That's all around the league. I just feel like it gets magnified here in Montreal. Also, the contract and stuff. But, yeah, he's been fantastic. Again, just amazing.
I mean, the whole team, I think we talked about it on Playoff Pricks. The whole team is playing like a unit. And I think that's what's scaring a lot of teams right now. And I think a lot of fans from other fan bases that won't stop chirping for some reason. We get it. You guys are frustrated. But the Habs, look, they don't have Austin Matthews. They don't have Mitch Marner. They don't have McJesus, but they have a system right now that's working. They have players that all believe in that system. They're working as a unit. Again, it's really cliched, but it takes a team to win. And if you look back at all of our past Stanley Cups, it's always been that cohesive unit, team game that actually won it. It wasn't one player, it wasn't two players. Yes, you can argue that Carey Price is your player. He's the guy who's gonna stand on his head a few times during a game and save your ass. Granted, but that's why we paid the big bucks to get a player like that. But at the end of the day, you don't win the games without having Danault, shadow the best players and
another thing too. Yeah, Danault's been fantastic and special teams, right?
Yeah.
So power play's been okay, but shorthanded. PK boys, how about those shorthanded goals, man?
Yeah,
that has been special.
Yeah,
that has been special.
But our power play has been pretty decent.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's come around. I mean, in the Leafs series, it didn't
atrocious,
come on until late.
Yeah. Eric Gustafson,
How about him, huh?
The guy's
How
the goat.
about him? Remember, we haven't lost a game
since he slotted.
Eric Gustafson has been in the lineup, bro.
It's true, man. It's true.
This is the guy. I'm sorry. I don't know what or where. This guy is the man. He is the difference.
It's true. It's all.
And should we praise again Marc Bergevin for another gold acquisition?
I don't get it, man. The guy just doesn't miss.
I can't believe I called Eric Stahl Dwight King.
Yeah. So I thought Eric Stahl was like, I thought it was going to be a failed acquisition, but when you said that, I'm pretty sure I was like, dude, come on. You're comparing a guy that's probably might be a future Hall of Famer in the NHL to a fucking Dwight King.
I just said he's the Dwight King because when he came in, he was playing like Dwight King. Okay, he was, but yeah, he's proved me wrong. That line, man, wow. Armia, Stahl, and Perry. That is a crazy line. But anyway, let's get into our song of the day, and then we'll move on. So this is kind of a little weird for our fan base. I guess you're not used to this, but we accept all and every type of music here. So this is a dance hall song by Elephant Man, and it's called Sweep.
We foot a boom, sweep them way, ding dong, tornado, overmars, ding, pencil man, river, chicken and beer, Johnny Rock, Roses, M.O.B., Blase, Shelly Belly, Charlotte, Chiching,
this is for all the women.
Pick up that swallow, that Charlotte. Like a push broom, so we sweep, we put them down the street. Them are rubbish, so we gather them, push them up in a heap. Anywhere music a play and anywhere dance a keep. We are sweep, do the sweep, then you mix it with the gully creep. Come on here and you have on sweep, make them say, this is the at all near, there's a the middle of the street. Them are sweep, Rodney killer a dance. So no game room. Cause the way you we must sweep the place it like him foot a broke. King Kong a dance from him the inner him at the home. Cause the way you we must sweep the place it like him foot a broke. Over Mars, take it to the star, take it to the moon. Cause the way you we must sweep the place it like him foot a broke. Both to say me fi big up roses, flower to bloom. Cause the way you them must sweep the place it like you can move your foot if you want it. No hard for you do it. Bring them round in a circle and move to the beat. From
Sway.
to the blind, to the strong, to the weak. They must sweep, they must sweep, they must sweep. They must release one like off the dance and the music so sweet. And surprise to the vibes when they pull up on seat.
You know, there's not a lot of music out there about sweeping. So that was the only one I could find. Good song. Shout out to Elephant Man, friend of the
Elephant
show.
Mon.
Friend of the show, for sure.
100%.
All right, let's get into Habs talk. So let's talk about the series, Habs versus Jets recap. Yeah, we'll start with just the whole recap of the series. Turning point. Let's say turning point. There was no turning point. That shit was
just fucking full
straight.
throttle ahead.
That was full throttle. Everything go. But wants to break it down first.
The turning point was when Evan slotted
When they
into
turned
the
around and
lineup
went home.
in the first series.
The only turning point was when they turned around and went home. That was the only turning point of the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, break it down, Gibby. What'd you see?
Break it down. So I don't know about you guys, but I felt like this series was just kind of boring. Like, it didn't seem like it was playoff hockey much.
There was that I can say, yeah.
Like when you and I feel like I'm just repeating myself a lot, but when you compare the Habs versus Leafs to the Jets versus Habs, it wasn't comparable. I don't know if it was maybe the rivalry or if like we were just riding the high and we were just whatever. We didn't really care much. What a base. I don't know, man. I thought the Habs played a very great series. They got to Hellebuck, which is very tough. Hellebuck is a very good goalie, and the fact that you can put up in 4 games, what did they put up? 1, 3, 4, and 5, correct? So they put up like 12 goals in 4 games? Can I get a fact check here?
Yeah.
Yep.
You want me to check fact? Want me to fact check it for real?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not that far off, but yeah, I felt like it was a masterful series in that in terms of offense. They really turned it around from the first few games against the Leafs. Yeah, I really liked how Carey Price played. I felt like Carey Price in the
14 goals in 4 games.
Yeah. So 5-4.
It was that 1-1-0 game, but it was 2-5.
And this is the same team that couldn't score like in how many games this year they played? Like get one or 2 goals a game, you're lucky. I don't know where this offense came from. Yeah, so
yeah, I don't know. Vinny, check your audio settings again. Check the settings, not the connection. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I felt like it was a very weird series. Like I didn't expect this. I didn't expect the Jets. I don't know if maybe the Jets were too laid back from the rest. I don't know if they were just not interested in the game after the Scheifele hit. Like I don't know what it was, honestly. That's much better.
better, good.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, man. Like I really don't. I don't know what happened with the Jets. I don't know if we'll ever find out, but I don't know. I honestly, like, I know, Lewis, you never used to, like, when we first started podcasting, I always used to say, I don't know, man. You used to hate that, but I seriously do not know. Like, I don't know.
But this is one of those moments, huh?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
so
like,
let me ask
I
you-
do not know what happened.
Let me ask you, do you think Scheifele would have made a difference?
Of course.
Of course he would have made a difference.
Top center.
Would he have won them? I don't like that narrative of would he completely change it to win an entire series? No. Maybe he I don't know. Like I really don't know. He might change not the entire series, but the Jets all around didn't look that great.
But I'll tell you one thing: they got really unlucky. They're already thin in the back end. They lost DeMello early. They lost Scheifele in that first game, and also Paul Stasny, who wasn't really healthy too. So I would say injuries definitely played a big role in the Habs win. But you are right though. It just didn't seem like that team had any life. Where's the depth? Where's the young, hungry guys? Coming up, trying to. This is the playoffs. They didn't have that. They didn't have that fight in them.
I don't know what happened with the team that won against Edmonton. They swept Edmonton.
Sometimes when you have that first series that's so like you just walk over the team, it works as a disadvantage. We had a hard fought series and we came in riding a high. Right. And we just never looked down from that high.
Do you think the Jets maybe took the Habs lightly as well?
I don't think so. I do feel like that injury that hit really
changed the series.
Yeah, it did. And it's just I feel like both teams, like even the next couple games, they're kind of fucking snorefest games. Like there was a couple snorefest games mixed into the series.
Yeah. I mean, one of them was 1-0 shorthanded goal.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? And it just felt like there was a lot of life taken from both sides. I won't even say the Habs had played their best hockey. I think the Habs needed this type of series though, a 4-gamer, give some chance, give time for these guys to kind of rest a little bit,
Heal as well. Petrie.
Heal.
Yeah. Maybe Evans.
Yeah. No, we don't need Petrie. We got Gustafson. The new Petrie boys, come on. But yeah. But yeah,
I loved the narrative though. When Petrie got hurt, that's all they talked about on Sports today. I had to go back on NBC because I couldn't take it anymore. This is going to make a big difference. He's a big minute muncher, blah blah blah. Again, it's not just one player. We missed Petrie, but I don't think we missed him that much. The team played well without him in the lineup, and that made me confident in the group more so than ever before. So we have to in the playoffs. You have to be able to overcome injuries. And as much as some douchebags were celebrating when one of our players got injured, which I don't understand, fans of other teams, but that's another podcast. I just I was happy to see them come back and being able to play with a little bit of adversity. Mind you, they also had a lot of adversity against the Leafs, going down 3-1. So yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter where, we always are going to end up in the underdog spot, even after winning the first 2 rounds. Doesn't matter which team steps on our doorstep or we step or whoever we go visit. Again, it's probably going to be a sweep all around. Everyone's going to say we're going to lose again. This is perfect. Plays right into where we want it. I feel like we play better being the underdog team.
Yep. Always. Pressure's not on us. I think they're playing low-pressure hockey, and they're doing well. And going back on Petrie, I will say, I do agree with you, Vin. I felt like we did play well. But missing a guy like Petrie, it's very similar to missing a guy like Jake Muzzin for the Leafs. It's a big loss. He's for the short term, yeah, it's not too painful, but if we were to let's say Petrie's gone for the entire series, we're going to feel it. Especially against a team like Colorado or Vegas. But yeah, I felt like we held down, that's where the depth comes in, right? You need that depth to slot in for 1 or 2 games. But an entire playoff series, I don't know if we can sustain that. But we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what's going on. That's why the 4-game sweep might be very beneficial for guys like Petrie, guys like Evans. So we'll see.
But another thing, too, is you saw the Jets sitting there. After a great first-round performance, they look great. You saw them sitting there, and we've seen the Habs in the past kind of go through that too, where you kind of get a little bit of rest or whatever, and they just don't have their legs. Are you guys scared at all over that?
No, and you know why? Because of our vets, our veterans, and this is exactly why Bergevin went to go get guys like Toffoli, went to go get guys like Eric Stahl, went to go get guys that have been here before, went to go get guys that have won Stanley Cups. you kind of the young kids are going to be on a super high, and the older guys that have been here before are going to be like, listen, boys, yeah, we had a great fucking series, 4-game sweep, loved it, but let's remember what the goal here is. The goal is the Stanley Cup. Can't take the foot off the pedal. We have to keep going.
Did you guys hear? Did you hear what Gallagher said? You had
No, what
sort
did
of
he
a quote that sort of like, I'm going to piggyback off what you said there. He basically talked about 2014 and how they went to the semifinals, and
Yeah.
he thought it was an easy thing, right? This is, I don't know what these guys are talking about. This is easy. Now, I'm obviously paraphrasing here. I'm just paraphrasing the whole article. Basically, he 7 years later realizes that, damn it is hard to get to this point. So, it's far from over, and that level of maturity is so important on a hockey team, especially with a guy like Gallagher, right? So he's a leader, and you need him to think like that for sure.
This team has the recipe to go on a long run right now. When you look at it, them performing, they have the recipe. They got those experience. They got the young, gritty, in your face type players. They don't. The one component they're missing, of course, is the number one center, but they have guys who are filling those roles. So we have the shutdown guy, and we have the two young guys performing. You have, tough defensemen, and you have a goalie, which is probably the number one thing, having a hot goalie. And we have Carey Price. So, I mean, it's there. And we saw this at the beginning of the year, right? We did see it at the beginning of the year. So it's there. Do I think they're the best team left? No, I don't think so. I still think that we're always going to be the underdog no matter what. But, man, now I'm really starting to see how this team was built and how it was supposed to perform. And I'm happy that that's finally happening.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to react against a team like the Avs or Vegas, because it's a different type of hockey. They've never seen this team before. That's why this playoffs is a little wonky, and that goes for them too, right? Like the Avs or Vegas, whoever wins, they never saw the Habs before, so it's going to be very, very strange to see that how that happens. I still believe, like you, we're the underdogs. There's no doubt about it. If we lose at this point, I wouldn't be upset about it because they surpassed my expectations as a fan. I know we keep on saying, well, the Stanley Cup is that's the main thing. But at the end of the day, guys, we beat the Leafs. We were down 3-1. Living here, I said it on every show. Everything else is just fucking gravy.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy. I'm just happy that we're at this point right now, and people are seething. People in the Toronto area are seething.
And don't forget,
especially with that,
we got like fucking bragging rights over the Leafs for fucking
until
the
next matchup,
like,
right?
Dude, these Leafs fans got nothing left to say. They have,
but they're still
they
talking.
They have become the scum of the NHL. They have become the most embarrassing franchise.
Bro, did you see what happened with the CN Tower?
Yeah,
did you see the CN Tower?
I was just about to say that.
We were going to talk about that, but let's get into first our MVP of the series.
You guys want to go first? I got to think on this one a little bit. Okay.
Oh, fuck. That was fast. Go ahead.
Vinny?
I'll let you. You ready?
I'm saying when you guys go.
Oh, okay.
This is not scripted. You can tell.
Okay. Okay, my MVP of the series is going to be Corey Perry.
Scory Perry?
Did I steal
Scary
anyone?
Perry?
Scory Perry. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, man. This guy, like, how old is he again? He's like almost 40. He's playing like a kid. It's enjoyable to watch that geriatric line score.
The geriatric line. Is that what they're calling him?
That's what I'm calling him. But poor Armia, he's part of that as well. But that line has been. Are they a fourth line? I don't know. They're not playing like a fourth line. he's just been so, it's like intangibles he brings to the ice. And again, we talk about analytics all the time, being important, but the stuff that Perry brings, you can't measure that. You can't measure heart. You can't measure will. There's certain metrics that you just can't get access to. And he's played an amazing series. I mean, getting into the hard spots, getting freaking checked in the teeth, finding ways to get the puck in the net in weird ass angles as well. Like some of those goals, I just was wondering, like, how good was this guy when he was in his prime? Like back in 2007.
He was a hell of a player.
Like I didn't watch much Western hockey, but holy shit, man! It's like, if he's good at this age, how good was he when he was like?
Corey Perry was always a stud, fucking stud player, always.
So yeah, that's my MVP.
You're still processing that pizza. My MVP is Yoel Armia. I'm just gonna say that I felt like he came on late in the Toronto series, and I thought he was really good in this series. He didn't have I think he only scored 2 goals or 3 goals, whatever. He had maybe 3-4 points in the series, but I just thought he always elevates his game against Winnipeg for some reason. He always does. And yeah, I just thought that whole line, you're right. I think me and you kind of have the same thought, where that geriatric line, which I like that. I like the sounds of that. The geriatric line. Like, if really I would give the whole geriatric line, even Dwight King, give him, he's part of it too. But they're all the MVPs. But I felt like Yoel Armia had a really big series, and that's like the way they cycled the puck and the way they put pressure on the defense and just played playoff style hockey. We're gonna need them to be exactly like they were in this series. And late in the Toronto series, they need to be like that down the stretch here, because they've been really important for us. And you look at back in the day when the Bruins won the cup and they had that really good fourth line that contributed. That's a huge part of playoff success, is when your bottom 6 can contribute. And right now we're getting those contributions, and we're still getting contributions from our top 6 too. So I think it's really good.
My MVP.
You ready, Gibby?
I was born ready.
Pizza?
I knew you guys were going to pick this guy, so I let you guys. Figured I'd munch on some Zazas.
Eating the Zaza, straight to the mata.
My top MVP is the one, the only top titty. Tyler Toffoli.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean,
good.
5 points, 4 games, game winner, series closing winner. I mean, you can't pick anybody else. Cole Caulfield had a really good series again. Beautiful. And let's talk about Cole Caulfield a little bit. And I know this is going to get Jenny a little riled up and she's going to love it. But let's seriously talk about something. Everybody going into the draft said, "Oh, this kid's going to be an amazing goal scorer. He's going to be a great goal scorer, this and that." But
Nothing else.
His playmaking ability is severely underlooked. Like, this is 2 overtime goals that he contributed pretty big on, and it wasn't an easy pass. The one with Suzuki as well, like that tic-tac-toe play, like it was beautiful, and I really like Cole Caulfield's play, and I feel like we're literally, like, yeah, he hasn't scored, but we're seeing him slowly develop into a very good player, like, in front of our eyes. Like, he doesn't even need a training camp. He's just developing over game, like, from one game to the next. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're right there. And it's like, man, remember, this guy didn't spend a season with us. This guy came late. This guy came late. Played two AHL games. Jumped right in with the boys. Now he's in the second round of the NHL playoffs. And doesn't look doesn't look like he doesn't belong at all.
What really, like, fascinates me about him, and what really surprised me about him is, like, he's a small guy, right? And you think he'd be easily pushed off the puck. He's not. He's not pushed off the puck easy. I mean, that guy is, first of all, you got to catch him. He's quick as hell. And his passing, I mean, it's sort of what piggybacking on what Gibby said. I mean, he knows how to pass the puck, man. He has such good vision. He sees the play before it happens. And it's a really rare commodity. I was talking with one of the guys from the Hockey Dummies, and he said, like, I sort of made this notion that, 14 GMs basically, or 13 GMs basically screwed up by not picking Caulfield, and basically was because of his height, guys. Let's be honest. If he would be 6'2", he would have got picked probably first overall. I was talking to him about that, and I thought about it. I hope this changes the narrative for sports. Being a small guy myself, I love guys like Galley. I love guys like Caulfield, Marty St. Louis. These are guys that nobody ever. Well, they won't give him full credit, until that person goes in and they start kicking ass the way they know how to do it. I hope it changes the narrative about height and weight and all of that kind of stuff, because if you're someone that's skilled as Cole Caulfield, I feel it's like an injustice that he went 14. It's really
crazy, but who cares? Let them,
Yeah.
One
I
man's
know.
trash is another man's treasure, and he's been our treasure. And man, and the crazy thing is he still hasn't found his scoring touch. You could tell that he's still a little bit nervous at times, I find. You know what I mean? Like he's whiffing on pucks. He doesn't have the time and space that he had in college. But that's a good thing. Think about it. He's already impressing us.
Mm-hmm.
He's already
not scoring.
He already shows that he belongs. He's making good plays. He's involved in huge plays. You know what I mean? Like that overtime goal with Suzuki, that game-winning goal, and 2 overtime goals already in you know what I mean? Like 2 first assists in overtime. Huge, huge
right
moments.
There, it sounds like
first assists.
I know. You were just like, you couldn't get the words out. I'll say this though.
Shut.
Fuck, I forgot my train of thought now. Fuck.
What are you saying?
You fucked me up, eh?
That's what you get for pointing that out, pal. But yeah, love the kid. And how about that hug, him and Mark Bergevin after the win? That was fucking classic.
That was amazing. Oh, one thing I did notice, like you going back on him being kind of like hesitant to shoot and take his shots. On one power play against the Jets, I believe it was the game 4. I think it was the second power play. Perry went over to Caulfield and literally, because I read lips very well because I'm a creeper. He went over to him and he said, "Hey, if you got a shot, fucking take it." He literally said that to him. So, like the team wants him to shoot more. It's not like they know what he's capable of. They want him because once he unleashes the first goal, it's gonna be like a waterfall of goals. It's just gonna come all out.
Yeah, and I'm cool like that. If I don't even care if it doesn't come in this playoff run. I think that this was great for the kid. Amazing. You know that if he can play in this playoffs, he's fine. Like this kid's ready to go. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be a mainstay in this lineup. And he hasn't looked out of place defensively. He's come up in big moments for the Habs. Yeah, great thing to watch. Unsung hero, who would you say here, boys, in that series?
Artturi Lehkonen.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I felt like coming in, no playoffs so far. Didn't play in the first round. Obviously having to slot in for Jake Evans because Jake Evans got hurt, but he really, everybody was questioning whether it was going to be Tatar or him. I felt like that was a really good idea to keep Lehkonen. Lehkonen is basically an Evans with a little bit more, and it's funny that we say this. He has a little bit of more offensive upside, as funny as that sounds, because we all know Lehkonen is just snake bitten. His whole career is going to be a snake bitten.
He came in and fucking put some numbers.
Yeah, he had what, a goal and a couple apples probably.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's my unsung hero. I think he's done really, really well.
He had a good stick.
Good stick, Lakai.
Good stick, Lakai.
Good stick. in this series. Vincenzi.
I'm gonna go with Big Ben Sherratt.
Gerard.
Ooh, again.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't score. There's no flash to him. Just solid defensively. He punished people when he had to punish them. I think he played fairly clean. Some hits are questionable, but he's a tough customer to handle in front of a net. And I really think without him on the backhand and Shea Weber as well, you're probably not going to get that steady Eddie defense that we're so used to. They've been boxing people. I mean, when you look at the forecheck and the way they're able to box out the opposing players, it's just he's a big part of that, right? It's too bad sometimes that we only look at those that put up points as like our heroes and stuff like that. I guess that's why we call them unsung heroes. But he certainly deserves praise, definitely. And I haven't seen too many Habs fans talk about him, but yeah, in my opinion, he deserves.
Well,
it.
the last series I thought he was good, but yeah, I think in this one he just was a little more quiet. You know what I mean? It wasn't as crazy. 7, it's only 4 games. For me, I'm gonna say Jake Evans. Obviously, only played 1 game, but huge goal to put that first game away. Risky play, but he did it. And that's huge because the Jets. Let's say the Jets tie that game late, and we lose. It's a whole different series here.
Yeah.
So I would say Jake Evans, and also probably just what happened. Boys rallied around him.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that that's what had to happen, but I'm gonna say him, man, because he up until that point too was just a beast. He was a freaking beast out there, and he had a hell of a game 1. And it just sucks that he couldn't continue because I really loved where that kid was going, man. He was very impressive, and I hope we get to see him again in this playoffs.
Bro, you know what? You're making me smile because I'm remembering when. Okay, I shouldn't be saying this now. In the context, I'm saying this is not. It's not. I'm not happy he got hurt. I'm happy to see Shea Weber's reaction.
Yeah,
when he went down, we were texting each other, right? During that after the goal, Shea Weber was fucking livid. That's why I'm smiling right now. I'm just thinking about that. Guy was pissed off. I'd never seen him that mad in a long freaking time. But I agree with your point. Evans, man, if it wasn't for that goal, it might have been a different story. So yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, could have been a big thing. And like I said, the kid was just so hungry. He went out there, he skated for that puck, he buried it and took a hit to make the play.
No, but you're not allowed to put your head down and score a wraparound goal, apparently. You're not allowed to do it.
Paul Maurice, fucking what a douchebag.
Never mind Paul Maurice. What about fucking Scheifele?
Yeah, it's a fucking. I lost respect for
post series. Okay, before we get to that, we're gonna do that next. But you got one disappointment. We could just do this quick. You got a disappointment in the series for the Habs? If you had to choose one,
this series, no, I don't really have anybody, to be honest. Maybe Josh Anderson again.
Again?
Yeah, I mean he hasn't done anything. But you know what? The thing is, when it comes to playoffs, it's like someone can be an absolute ghost, and then you can.
It's not that he hasn't done anything; he just hasn't. The numbers aren't there, but he's still, dude.
He's hustling. He's hustling for sure,
and he's a guy that you got to look twice when he's on the ice. He's gonna fucking bury you if he can, and yeah, he's a tough guy. But yeah, I think that's fair to pick him again.
Thanks.
You, Vinny?
Honestly, I don't have one.
I didn't have one either.
I mean, Ducharme suits, maybe. I have no
Again?
idea.
Come on.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
You hate his suits, eh?
I fucking hate his suits, man.
He got the buy one get one free at International Clothier, so that's what he got.
Either that or he raided fucking Jack Nicholson's fucking closet. I don't know. The Joker. Okay, so if I have to pick a player, Jesus Christ, it's hard because again we go back to the fact that they played as a team, and I feel like everyone was involved in it. Yeah, maybe Josh Anderson, we'd like to see more from him, like as far as goal scoring, but we're getting the production we need. I don't know. I'd say maybe Josh Anderson as well. I don't know.
So boys,
it's hard.
I gotta show you. So I've been eating pizza the entire time. The entire podcast, this is what my dog's doing. Okay.
Just staring. the whole time, just waiting for a pepperoni. Please, just give me a pepperoni.
I've been feeding her fucking the crusts.
Oh, I wish. Well, you want to see?
She doesn't want the crust.
You want to see how?
She want.
Ace is chilling on the bed, right?
Can you see him?
No. Where is he? What the hell? He's a white dog. Like, why is... Oh, is that him in that
On the
corner?
floor. In that corner on the floor.
It looks like part
That's
of the
wild.
bed.
He's
That's
That's
literally
freaking wild.
He's literally his head is against the baseboard right now. Like his
What a
head
beauty.
is against the base. He's passed
Sorry, I had to show you guys because she's literally been sitting here for what? We've been on the pod for what? 40 minutes? Yeah, been on the pod for 45 minutes,
Of
and
course,
literally, this is what she's been doing the entire time.
they're determined. They're determined. Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that. So Mark Scheifele, you heard his post-series comments there, and he pretty much said, "Hey, he said, oh, I thought this series was gonna be, you know, Dano, me and Dano or whatever, Dano trying to shut me down. Instead, it was player safety.
No, you fucking idiot! It was you.
It was player safety who shut him down. So those are the comments he made.
He has no remorse for what he did. I gave him the benefit of the doubt that he made a poor choice, and it was a bad play, but. When you play the victim in the entire situation, grow the fuck up. Seriously,
Yep.
just grow up. Like
Yep.
it's don't do that shit. It's childish. Just own your shit. I'm always a person of owning my own shit, and it's pathetic to play the victim when you were the one that laid out the Grow up. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm with you, Vinny. What's your
Yeah, it's a low emotional intelligence first and foremost. I just I was disgusted because, you know, again we looked at the play, we dissected it, and we gave him the benefit of the doubt, right? He could have made a choice on that play. He didn't. He took a guy out, and that's what bothered me the most is that there's no talk about Evans at all during the press conference. It's not like, you know, I hope he gets better. I feel bad for him. You know, none of that. It was all about him. And that really disappointed me because I really liked him before. I liked him, you know. I still think he's a great player. Obviously, he, you know, could play on any team and make a difference. But what kind of leadership is that? What does that tell the rest of the guys in the room? That, you know, you're one of your supposed leaders is not taking accountability for what he did. I think it's poor sportsmanship, and it's maybe one of the reasons why, you know, things didn't work out with Laine as well. You know, you start to wonder if there's a crack in that room or chink in that armor, right? So I don't know. I was just really disappointed. It pissed me off, to be honest with you.
I agree with you for sure, Vinny. I loved the player before. Fucking stand-up guy, great hockey player. I've lost a lot of respect for him. And I'm not even trying to be biased here. But come on, you see a play like that, you hurt a guy like that, you take him out of the series, you almost fucking could have ended his career. And
You could have killed him. You could have killed him.
come out and think that your suspension was too much. You know, that, I'm sorry, those are you don't make those comments. Okay? You don't make those comments, not after a series. Maybe he was emotional. Maybe he shouldn't have spoke to the media right after the series. Probably not a good idea. He's probably going to regret some of the shit he said.
I don't think he will. Doesn't look remorseful at all.
But he should. Anyway, he should.
Yeah.
You know? And this will probably create another rivalry between the Jets and the Habs, which is good. Which, I mean, if everything goes back to normal, probably won't mean fuck all because we won't barely play them, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, like I said, I was really disappointed because I used to like the player a lot, and I've lost a lot of respect for that player right now. You know, and my answer to that would just be like, you wanted to see what Phil Danault could do. You saw what Phil Danault could do. He did it to you the first game. That's why you were so fucking frustrated that you had to fucking, you know, aggressively hit the guy. A defensive player because you fucking couldn't do fuck all during that game.
Cross-check fucking Sherratt when Sherratt was on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
there was minor little actions that he did the entire game.
Oh, he
that
was
showed
frustrated. Yeah.
He was so frustrated and he was being a little pest. But
You didn't even
Uncalled
have your
for
stick
shit.
on the ice, bud. You didn't even have your stick on the ice. You did not try for that puck. You saw that puck was going in, and you thought one thing: I am
Blow
going to
him
make
up.
this guy pay. And that, I'm sorry, is a reckless fucking play. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That was a reckless play.
You know, we laughed last week at Gibby. Was it on Playoff Pricks, Gibby? That you said you made the comparison about
No, that was
the
last week
victim and-
on our show.
That was last week. Okay, so I thought about that a little bit more, and actually now it's starting to make a little bit more sense to me because
It's the victim.
a lot of people were saying, a lot of people were saying that today. So if a girl goes out and she's dressed sexy and someone assaults her,
Fucking
is it her?
idiot.
Is it her fault? Is it her
Fucking
fault?
Gibby.
Nobody's.
Boys.
That's a good. It's a good
Boys,
analogy.
I'm comparing hockey to sexual
Real
assault,
life.
but I'm
A rape.
I'm showing the fact that victims are never to blame.
Yeah, no,
Period.
I get the point you're trying to make.
They're
I'm just saying you fucking bring up shit. You're walking the line here, Gibby.
No,
That's
he's
all I'm
not.
saying.
He's not. No, but honestly, I think there's a lot of parallels.
Fucking Johnny
look,
Cash,
I saw
walk the line, boys.
But
There's-
no, I get what he's saying. No, I totally get what he's saying.
just fucking Neanderthals saying, "Well, he should have kept his head up. It's his fault because it's So get your fucking head out of your ass, dude. You know, guys.
The thing is that like in the 70s, that probably would have happened, but this is not the fucking 70s.
Nope.
We've learned a lot since then. We see what head fucking like, we see what the head trauma can do to long-term, the long-term effects, to the long-term lives of these people. Like, you know what I mean? They don't realize what's going to happen. Concussions will affect you down the road. It's easy for you to be selfish and say, hey, man, that was just a hockey play. I was just finishing my check. But you don't really do you not see what you did to the guy?
Yeah.
Do you not look at yourself and say, hey, how could I have not hurt this guy on this play? Maybe fucking try to go for the puck instead of the guy. These are the kind of plays that need to be eliminated. And if the players are not even realizing it, then it just makes me feel like we're a long ways away from cleaning up this game.
Yeah, with all due respect to your 70s comment, I think people in the 70s, the players in the 70s had more respect for one another than the players today. That's just
Not really. They used to beat the shit out of each other.
But you know what? I kind of get what Vinny's saying. Like they used to beat the shit out of each other when it say Scheifele would get his ass beaten the fuck up.
Oh yeah, I guess there was more accountability for sure.
There was more accountability back in the day. Now there's not much more accountability.
Like if he did that, he would know that like 3-4 players are fucking coming and they're gonna
headhunting him.
You're ready to go. Yeah.
These players are a lot.
And a player like that probably wouldn't do that if this was the 70s because he knew it was coming after.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Before we get into the poll, sorry, you got something? You got last?
No,
things
no,
here?
it's just no,
Okay.
nothing. No, I'm good.
Okay, you like sex? Okay, I like it too.
I like yes. We all
Okay, bye. CN Tower. The CN Tower. Let's
CN
talk about
Tower.
that before we get into the poll.
hashtag CN Tower.
So, how beautiful is this, man? I love this. Our life, man. This has been such a year. What a year, Habs
love
fans. Fucking.
We
this
just
is
stay winning.
This
Stay
is
winning.
beautiful. Toronto, the CN Tower is bleu, blanc, rouge to support the only Canadian team left in the playoffs. Is this not salt in the wound? Like, oh my God.
Who made that decision?
Oh my God. It just keeps getting better. As soon as you thought that we have, bared all the fruits, dragon fruit has come onto our lap. It's come. This is fantastic.
Bro, imagine how the Leaf fans feel, man.
Oh man, it's just.
Oh my God.
It's a
They're
slap in
looking
the face.
outside
And
the
maybe
window.
they're doing it on
Yeah.
purpose to shit on the franchise. Like, you know what? You guys freaking keep making us suffer. Here's a slap in the face. We're gonna support someone else.
Yep.
So,
But just adding some logic to it, CN Tower is owned by the Canadian government, right? Right?
no, it's owned by Rogers, right? No,
Is
it's
it
not.
owned
No,
by
no,
Rogers?
that's the Sky Dome. Or
Okay,
Rogers
so
Center.
yeah,
No,
so I was wondering
Rogers,
if it's if it's owned by the Canadian government and Trudeau is a Habs fan,
True.
I don't know.
Yeah,
don't know.
that makes some sense.
You know? Oh, now he's gonna lose all the votes in Toronto now because I said that.
And who cares? No one. I don't think anyone cares if he loses. But yeah, that was. I just thought we'd bring that up. That was fantastic. But now let's get into Gibby's pole dancing pole question of the week. I'm gonna go take a pee quick, so Gibby, you can start reading off.
I was trying to see. It says it's owned by Canada Lands Company, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, it's fucking one of Trudeau's offshore
Now
companies.
present Gibby's pole dancing pole question of the week.
All right, boys. This week, little frog in my throat there. Sorry. This week's poll
Mozzarella there, bud.
little too much mozzarella. Gibby's poll question of the week this week was: would you prefer to see the Habs play? Who would you prefer to see the Habs play in the third round of the NHL playoffs? It was either obviously the only two that we can play in the third round is Vegas or Colorado. So 55% of the vote said Vegas. And then 45% of the vote said Colorado. Obviously,
Ooh,
that's
close.
Yeah, it was a close one. Girl Lafleur, man, always with Girl Lafleur, always trying to get freebies from us, eh? Always trying to get freebies. She wanted me to give her a shirt. I ordered it was 3-1 shirt.
Yeah.
I ordered one of
That's
those.
a beauty. That's fantastic.
And
Another
she
beautiful
goes,
shirt. I can't believe this.
I'll only come on the pod if you guys buy me one of those shirts. And I'm like,
Wow.
so listen to this.
It's like a woman
goes-
at the bar, eh?
Yeah, just
gotta buy her a drink.
feed me drinks.
Just have a conversation.
So she says, Girl Lafleur says, Vegas, so the Habalisten boys can sponsor a trip for all of us to go to a game. I don't know if Lizzie thinks we're rich, but like, Lizzie, I'm not
Hey,
going to
boys.
Vegas.
Let me tell you something though. If we can get past this next round and the Islanders make it to the finals, I'm here I'm close to Long Island. You know what I'm
not?
saying?
I mean,
Maybe
it's a once in a
road trip.
lifetime.
Road trip to New York.
I'm only
Yeah.
50% vaccinated, so I don't think
Oh
I
yeah,
can
that's
cross.
true. Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah,
You
Lizzie,
can cross. I came here 50% vaccinated.
yeah, but yours was because of family, right?
Yeah, but you can say I'm your family.
Where are your papers, though?
They
Okay.
didn't ask for shit, to be honest.
Really? Okay, so perfect. That's what I'm gonna do. So Beth at Hivard Wheat. Yes, that is Beth at Hivard Wheat. She says, "I'm sorry, I had to." She wrote a spiel. I forgot. I'm sorry, I didn't have enough character, so I had to do this. So she wrote it in a note and then she screenshotted and posted it. So she says both teams would make for a very fun series, especially since the Habs haven't played either team in over a year. An Av series would be like playing Toronto again, just a level or two higher. Habs would be the underdog again, which has worked to their advantage twice so far. Vegas would
Like what I
provide
said. Huh?
Vegas would provide actual interesting narratives for the series with regard to the traded players between the teams and each goalie's power and each team's goalie power. Montreal usually does very well against Vegas, and it would be great to see if that continues in the playoffs. I picked Vegas mostly for the fun factor, but it was very hard to decide. Beth, thank you.
That's a good
Very,
response.
very thoughtful response.
She's always interacting with us and responding to our.
We
to
love
my
Beth, and we're
polls.
gonna we gotta have her back on the show again
Yeah.
before maybe next round for sure.
Yeah, Bethany back on.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Triple M wants to come on. Says, "Fuck, I'll buy you guys."
Come on, you.
Whoa, pause. Yeah, he says that he wants to come on the shirt. Well, come on the shirt, Jesus.
Dude, what's
Which
wrong
one?
with you,
The 3-1 it was 3-1 shirt that you.
bro?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
He
love
says he
that
wants
shirt,
to
but
come
I'm
on the pod. If he's
we-
like, "Fuck, I'll buy you guys a shirt if it means I can come on the pod."
No, Triple M definitely is coming on the pod.
He has
Yeah.
to.
The way he supports us, he's coming on 100%.
We should have a this would be wild. Like our three amigos, Jenny, Triple M, and Beth, all on our three number one supporters.
The reunion show.
Yeah.
It'd be like the postseason reunion show.
Yeah.
You know, where we talk about the season and all of the trials and tribulations.
Okay, so we have a podcast.
That's in the works. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so at Sasha Lemka, sorry if I didn't pronounce your last name properly, Sasha. At Sasha Damas, I would love to see Price versus Fleury oh my god, I can't speak. I would love to see a Price versus Fleury series, the Pacioretty Suzuki Tatar if he plays factor. But the main reason is that I am petrified of both teams, maybe a little less afraid of Vegas for some weird gut feeling. Triple M, hashtag Dirty30. Market manager Mike, obviously our boy, says Vegas for sure. 3 reasons: Suzuki versus Patches, Price versus Fleury, and Vegas is beatable. Avs are not. See, Mike, I saw your response, but here's the thing: if the Habs don't make it, if the Avs don't make it to the next round, technically they are beatable.
I guess
Fucking
what he meant
technicalities, eh?
what he meant to say is that we
Technicalities.
don't match up well against them.
No, I
think
know.
that's
I'm
what
busting. I'm just busting his balls. It's literally just like number one supporters after number one supporters. Jenny at Scotty Habs fans says both intriguing options. Vegas is Suzuki versus Patch. Avs give that Nordique/Habs vibe, though it will be nowhere near that rivalry. I really have no preference as both will be tough, fast-paced series. Either way, I need to find a way to get to the U.S. games. Lion from the Mask. I don't know his entire name because it's fucking massive.
Just
Lion
for
from
fuck's
the
sake,
mask
Wheel.
wearing. For fuck's sakes, Wheel says definitely Vegas, as we always seem to have their number, and with our current form, they're definitely beatable. The Avs, less so. But it's a moot point as now we'll get to hit with the sweepers curse. We'll get hit with the sweepers curse anyway.
I love his negativity. He's learning from me and Darth.
Boys,
Yeah.
so how do you feel about this?
Bro, you want to know what I feel about this, bro? I'll
Yeah,
tell you
bro,
right
I
now.
do. Bro, come on. Give it
I'll
to
tell
me.
you right now.
Are
how
you
I feel
fucking
about
playing
it.
with Pokemon cards over there or what? You got tarot cards?
Yeah, Pokemon. The way I feel about this, bro, is that we should not even be asking this question because
Okay,
this
sorry.
thing, I cringed. I'm sorry, Gibby. Like the question, I had a problem with it because no matter who we play, you know, we're gonna probably lose the fucking third round. So like, who gives a fuck? First of all, and I'm just kidding. This idea that one team is beatable and another team isn't, I don't prescribe to that. I think either team is going to be a challenge. Either team is going to have a very good shot at winning at this. And, I wouldn't want to pick my poison between both of them. So you got to be ready for both. Do they match up better against Vegas? I don't know because I haven't seen Vegas play the Habs this year or last. Well, yeah.
Well, we've played them in the past, and I agree with the narrative that we've matched up well against them, and we've only gotten better since we've played them last.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I love the storylines.
Yeah, the storylines are good.
Because the trade, we would have to insert Thomas Tatar into the lineup.
No.
I mean, come on, we have to. We have to.
No, he has to
No,
be
we
on
don't.
the. Yes, to no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Bruh, he was
At least for one
he
game.
was a healthy scratch in Vegas in the playoffs. He doesn't have to be a fucking player.
But still, this is his chance, bro. What other chip on the shoulder? What other chip on your shoulder do you want? Thomas Tatar to find his game again against the team that gave up on him, that traded him. You gotta.
Who comes out of the lineup? Who comes out of the lineup, Lewis?
No way, Lewis.
Someone.
No, nobody.
Somebody.
Lehkonen. It's probably Lehkonen.
Lekkonen's been lights out. Right now, even Evans.
No.
Like, who do you take out for Evans right now? It's really hard.
Well, Evans is hurt.
No, I'm saying if Evans were to slot in, like if he becomes healthy.
But listen, if it's Vegas, I gotta give Tatar a chance. But whatever, that is not the point. But yeah, the whole Pacioretty thing, who was our captain. There would be a lot of great storylines in Montreal. Nick Suzuki, they gave up on the young centerman. He's probably going to have a chip on his shoulder, show them, hey, this is what you're missing. The goaltender matchups, two veterans, right? Fleury always plays well against the Habs. And French goalies in Montreal, how that has fared in the past. So
Bad
Yeah.
mixture.
No,
I
that makes me nervous.
actually think that the high end talent on the Avs is better, but their depth is not there. I feel like we can do to the Avs
Wow.
like their bottom six. I don't think is as strong as I think that Vegas is spread out more. You know what I mean? I feel
Okay,
like they have
okay.
more depth. I don't think they're more as top heavy as the Avs. I just feel like they're down the lineup is built better. I feel like the Avs would be very similar to the Leafs shutting them down kind of thing, where our bottom six would have to be the difference. But the one thing about the Avs is their defense. Their defense can contribute, man. They do have some really good guys back there who can contribute, but not the biggest defense in the world. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. I do think that I think we fare better against the Avs, man. But to be honest, I love the storyline of Vegas. Vegas would be amazing to watch. But
Yeah.
I think the Avs are the better matchup for us. But that's me.
I hate talking like that because you got to throw these narratives out when it comes to the playoffs, right? I didn't think we'd match up well against the Leafs, and we did.
We don't match up well against anybody. How about that? We suck.
Yeah,
and
I'm
we're lucky to be-
actually I'm actually more comfortable saying that, believe it or not, than saying anything else. But no, I understand what you're saying. I think Fleury would be lights out. He would be lights out. It'd be a duel of the century between him and Price. Because imagine him going to Montreal.
Got to get at him early. Like, look at what we did to Hellebuck. We thought that would be the duel of the fucking thing. But first game, we fucking got at him, and he wasn't the same goalie after that.
Yeah, but Fleury is better than Hellebuck, in my opinion. He has more experience.
Really? Yeah.
He has more experience. He's been there. He's won cups.
Fleury is the kind of guy that, like in the playoffs,
Yeah.
he's been there, done that. Where he's the kind of guy who can get really hot in the playoffs. You're right. There.
Yeah.
Gibby, you got any thoughts on this?
In terms of who I think we would match up better against, I think we would. I'd like to match up against the Avs, simply because I think, like you said and like Beth said, Lewis, the team is very similar to the Leafs. I think the Leafs the Avs are a more a better version of the Leafs. 1 or 2 years ahead of the Leafs. And I mean, we shut down Phil Deneau, shut down Austin Matthews, not shut down, limited. Like we always say, you're not going to shut down the big guys, the top dogs. You're going to limit them you're going to limit their damage, and you're just going to have to limit their damage, and we're going to have to perform a little bit more damage. Another thing is, I don't think Grubauer is that great of a goalie. I think Grubauer is a goalie that benefits having a solid defensive-minded D in front of him, with a lot of offensive upside, obviously. But I don't know. I think I'd like to see the Vegas matchup simply because Suzuki and Patches, obviously, but
The storylines,
yeah, for sure. But I think the Avs, in terms of how we match up against teams, I think the Avs are a better matchup for us. I think the Vegas Knights are a strong powerhouse, and I honestly think that the Vegas Golden Knights could win the Cup this year.
but that's been happening every year. Maybe they got the curse too. Like, they're just always knocking on the doorstep.
Fleury's a different breed this year.
I don't want them to win just because I hate the expansion team. I hate the Vegas Golden Knights and how they got to where they got.
Yeah, the
I feel like
expansion
it was a poorly thought system. An expansion team should have never been that competitive off the jump. But that's a story for another day. But don't forget, Colorado will probably be getting back Nazem the Dream Kadri at some point in the next round.
Mm-hmm.
if they make it.
Yeah, and he adds a lot of grit.
He's tough. He's tough to play against.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it.
What?
But I
Say
think
it.
Josh Anderson needs to go out there and show him who's boss right away.
What were you gonna say, Vinny?
The Leafs could have used them, man.
They
Yeah.
could have.
Kerfoot also had a good series against us, though. So
It was
it's like
pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I like Kerfoot. Yeah, you're right. Right.
Okay, that's it for the pole dancing pole edition of the week. Let's do a couple hot takes here for the remainder of the playoffs.
Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. I need some hot stuff, baby, tonight.
Okay, Gibby, give me a couple hot takes. Give me two hot takes for the rest of the playoffs.
for the Habs.
No, for the Leafs.
Okay. The Leafs. William Nylander will shoot a hole-in-one on the 14th hole, par 3.
Centennial Park.
At Centennial Park, yeah. No, I thought you meant like maybe just for like the remaining.
No, let's stick with the Habs. Habs are still here.
Jake Evans will return sometime in the playoffs and will score a series turning goal.
Ooh, okay, that's one.
And then my second one will be whoever we play in the next round will average less than a goal and a half over the series.
Wow. Vincenzi.
Hot takes, huh? I think Caulfield breaks out with serial goals, man. Next playoff round. I think
So
that's
he's
where,
the MVP of the next round.
yeah,
How many goals does he score? That's a hot take.
yeah. I'd say between 4 and 6.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fucking
That's
lights
good.
out.
That's hot. That's hot. Okay, what else?
That's
So give me another one.
spicy. Spicy
another one.
C.
I think Price is gonna have. He's gonna be less of a factor in the next series. I think if the Canadians win, I saw the last game he let in a couple of bananas. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to need to rely on him as much as long as we keep on playing our defense the way we are and we're boxing him out and we're getting goals from all lines. I think Price is not going to be relied upon that much. He might even be outplayed by the other goalie. So that's my take. And again, I love Price, but that's what I feel. If I have to take a hot take.
Okay.
That's it. It's more like a hot dump, what I just said there, but
Okay.
Hot steamy poop.
My hot takes are Thomas Tatar will return to the lineup and be the Habs leading points guy on at the forward position.
That's
Thomas
a huge hot
the
take.
Tuna Tata.
That's a big hot
And
take.
Romanov will be the leading points defenseman. He will
Jeez.
he will lead the defenseman in points for the Habs in the next round.
Okay.
Alexander Romanov.
That's
Okay.
some pretty hot takes right there.
Thank you. All right, boys. Let's end the show with our favorite segmenti. Vincenzi, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You got the margarita pizza.
Oh, he had the pizza. All right, so we're going to start off with our buddy Lindsay. Does everyone know who Leafs Lindsay is?
Oh yeah,
bro?
oh yeah.
Oh.
I think by now we all have to.
We all, yeah. So she's been talking nonstop. So her last tweet before she blocked me was, seeing what Habs fans are doing to the city of Montreal makes me sick. I hope they get swept next round. Those fans don't deserve anything. Lindsay, bro, you know what you are, bro? You are a sucky suck, bro. Okay, that's what you are. You have no idea what it is to win an actual round, bro. You have no idea what it is. So why are you talking, bro? So you know what? I was so upset at this thing that I answered her back. She blocked me. But then when the CN Tower thing came out, I had all of Habs Nation basically sending pictures of the CN Tower, bro, and it was beautiful. She ended up blocking her fucking account. I love it.
Our celebration was so good that even Toronto wanted to take part.
Exactly. William Nylander only says, I'm done talking about the Habs for the year and more than willing to let the season do the talking. The last thing I say is this. This is not a good hockey team. Serious 2013 Leafs vibes. Not a good hockey team? Okay. Yeah, on paper, we're not the best hockey team. But bro, we beat you, bro. We were winning 3-1, bro. You were winning 3-1 and we came back and we beat you, bro. And guess what? We played against Winnipeg, what you thought was going to sweep us. But guess what? We pull out the broom and we sweep them, bro. Stop talking. Go play golf. Ford, open
I
up the
love
golf.
it. I love it.
He opened up the golf course. Go play golf.
I love it.
So Steve Dangle. When the Leafs screw up, it's never a single, it's an album. And there's the picture of CN Tower right there.
That's pretty good.
And bro, like that is
That's
that
gold.
is good.
That
You
is
know what?
gold.
I love Steve Dangle.
Yeah.
He's good
I
shit.
like the guy too. I like the guy.
He's good
He's
shit.
good shit.
He's heart and soul, man.
Yeah.
He is, and he's been a good sport about it. So is this my last one? I got two more. Toronto Maple Leafs Blue Pair IC says maybe this is why people are starting to hate Montreal fans more than Toronto. I've never heard of a fan base that thinks it's okay to be cocky because their team has the most cups. Then proceeds to tell other people they shouldn't be cocky, blah, 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 blah. Dude, every fucking September, bro, you go around telling everybody you're going to win the cup every year for the last 15 years. That's all I heard. I mean, this is our year. Bro, it's never your year, bro. It's every year. It's your year to stink it up in the playoffs every year. You don't even make the playoffs, bro. So, you know what? Stop talking, buddy. Go play golf. Like I told Lindsay and all the other ones. Go, bro. There's a nice par 3 not too far in Oakville, bro. Go play over there, bro.
That's it.
Victoria Stewart, dear Montreal fans, you haven't won a cup yet, so keep your chill. Sincerely, every other fan base in the NHL.
Wow. People
Bro.
are so sour, huh?
Bro, like honestly, keep our chill, bro. You guys were freaking out over John Tavares scoring a goal in practice. Okay, I'll never forget that. It was on fucking Sportsnet, bro. I couldn't believe it. I had my fucking stupid neighbor rubbing it in my face every day. We're gonna win the cup now. John Tavares, he didn't give you a fucking interview. You know what? Fuck, take your own advice, Bacala. All right? And that's Vincenzo's Madonna tweets of the week. Sorry, it's all Leaf stuff, but that's all I can find.
It's okay,
online.
bro. If bunch of Madons in the Leafs world, you know? Gotta do it.
Lots of Madon. They are the Madon. They are the fucking definition of Madon.
It's why we
100%.
started. It's why we started. That's why you started this fucking segment, Vinny.
Yeah, it's a
Madons.
lot of sour grapes. Like, come on, guys.
But listen, I don't care. Keep rubbing it in their face. Keep rubbing it in their face. All right? Rub it in their face. We deserve it. These guys don't freaking ever give up when it's time to fucking talk. And now that their team is out and the CN Tower is bleu blanc rouge, they got nothing else to do but get under skin. And guys, please, if you're gonna argue with somebody, okay, on the Twitter, look at their profile.
Yes.
They have less than 100 followers. They don't
engage.
deserve your time. I see burner accounts with 7 followers and people are engaging in these arguments.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's
Look,
stupid.
before you even press a response, open the account. If they have less than 100, don't follow. Not worth your time.
I
I
agree.
agree.
You're wasting your time.
I fall for that all the time. All the time.
Yeah. Me, I always, that's the first thing I do if I ever respond, which is barely ever, you know, I like to use our platform to talk shit or whatever. But if I do, I always open up these accounts, and most of them have 8, 9, 7 fucking followers, man. This is a burner freaking. These are like this garbage. Come on.
Oh yeah.
You know, so please, Habs fans, from now on, please take a look.
And you know what? Now that we're talking about it, I don't like how people give, like